Thank you for joining us for tonight's Folkspina live presentation. In addition to tonight's broadcast, all of our episodes are archived at nytf.org. Please help us spread the word about our series by sharing with your social networks. Also, if you're able, please do consider a donation to the National Yiddish Theater Folkspina. Your support, no matter how small or large, enables us to continue our mission of producing and presenting and preserving Yiddish culture. Ashenim Dank. Thank you.
Shalom Aleichem, lieber Freund. Ich heiß Motl Didner. Und das ist 15 Minute Yiddish. Mehr weniger. Von der Nationaler Yiddish Theater Volksbühne. Jede Woche bringen wir euch eine Mini-Lektion in Yiddish Sprach und Kultur. Welcome back to 15 Minute Yiddish. If you missed any of our past episodes, daige nicht, don't worry. You can view all of our past episodes on our website, nytf.org. In our last episode, we addressed the harrowing Yiddish question, Was machst du? Let's review. Was machst du, Scott?
Gut. Was macht ihr, Professor?
Nicht kosche. Was machst du, Sophia? Kein Briss mach ich nicht. Was machst du, Hinter? Sehr gut, Kinderhore. Was machst du, Marie? Soll sein auf meine Sonnen gesucht. In today's episode, we're going to finish our discussion of polite expressions. Then we're going to dive headfirst into the fine art of the Yiddish kvetch. The verb kvetchen literally means to press or to squeeze, but we're going to use it in the sense of to complain. But first, those polite expressions. Last week we looked at a dank, thank you. If you want to say thank you very much, we say a shenem dank, a beautiful thanks. And a heartfelt thanks is a hartzigen dank. Last week we also learned you're welcome. Nisto far vos, literally nothing. For what? If you want to say please in Yiddish, we say sei azoi gut. If you're speaking to one person, or seid azoi gut if you're speaking to more than one person or to a single person who you have a more formal relationship with. We follow sei azoi gut or seid azoi gut with the action which we wish the person to complete. For example, be so good and pass the salt. Sei azoi gut, der lang die Salz.
Sei so gut, Motl. Ich will etwas fragen.
Jo, Hinde.
I remember hearing bitte for please.
Yes, you'll hear that sometimes, but it's one of those things that's kind of gone out of fashion.
Oh, a shenem dank.
Nisto favos. Now, if somebody shares good news with us and we wish to congratulate them, we have a few options. We can say Mazel Tov, Hebrew for good luck. Not so much in the sense of wishing somebody good luck, but more like commenting, oh, what good luck.
Mazel Tov, darling.
Hey, Mazel Tov.
Mazel Tov.
We can also say Yasher Koyach, also Hebrew, and it means well done. Some people use it to say thank you.
Yasher Koyach. Yasher Koyach. Yasher Koyach.
If we want to welcome a new arrival,
Hey Motl, ich will etwas fragen.
Yo, Marie.
Who is the new guy?
I was just about to get to that. We have a new student joining us today. And again, we have a choice. We can say sei begrüßt, singular, informal, or seid begrüßt, plural, or singular, formal. Or we could also say Baruch haba. That's Hebrew for blessed be the one who has arrived,
but we use it to mean welcome. Class, let's all welcome Baruch haba to our newest student, Oren Plotzker.
Baruch haba, Oren. Sei begrüßt, Oren.
Baruch haba, Oren.
Sei begrüßt, Oren.
Baruch haba, Oren.
Sei begrüßt, Oren. Shalom, everyone. Ich heißen Oren Plotzker.
Ich heiss.
What?
You said ich heißen. It should be ich heiss.
Yeah, that's what I said. Oh, and no big whoop that I missed the first few classes, because I went to Kindercamp, 87 to 92, so I pretty much know Yiddish already. I just figured I'd come and help you guys out a bit. Oh, and this little tchotchke, Kindercamp Maccabi Games 87. In the end, there can be only one! Isn't that right, Seth Ostrowski?
We're very happy to have you join us, Oren. Oh, you know what that sound means. We begin our Yiddish kvetch with the verb feeln, to feel. This is a regular verb, and it follows the same pattern of conjugation as heißen and machen. Let's take a look. Ich feel. Drop that N. Du feelst. Drop the N and add an ST. Sie, es, feelt. Drop the N, add a T. Mir feeln. Hold on to that N. Ihr feelt. Drop the N, add a T. Zij feeln. Again, we'll hold on to that N. Shall we try it all together? Ich feel. Du feelst. Sie, es, feelt. Mir feeln. Ihr feelt. Zij feel. Ausgezeichnet. Excellent. To ask somebody, how do you feel? We say, wie fühlst du? In the singular informal, and wie fühlt ihr in the plural or the singular formal. We can use many of the same answers that we saw for was machst du. We can say gut or sehr gut.
Kinehore.
We can say nicht kosher or schlecht or sehr schlecht or schrecklich. We can say frag nicht. We can even say oi soll sein auf meine Sonnen gesagt. One-word answers are perfectly acceptable. For our purposes, however, we're going to use the response ich fühl sich followed by how we feel.
Oh, ich will etwas fragen.
Jo, Scott.
What's sich?
Ah, I was just about to get to that. In Yiddish, the word sich is reflexive. It means oneself. Myself, yourself, himself, herself, ourselves, yourselves, and themselves. It's used in ways that the reflexive would not be used in English. For example, in English, if someone were to ask you, how do you feel? You wouldn't respond, I myself feel fine. But in Yiddish, we do use the reflexive sich with lots and lots of verbs. Every time we come to a new verb that pairs with the reflexive sich, I'll be sure to point it out. For now, let's take a look at how we can respond to wie fühlst du? Ich fühl sich gut. I feel good. Ich fühl sich schlecht. I feel bad. Ich fühl sich fine. I feel fine. Ich fühl sich gesund. I feel healthy. Ich fühl sich gesund und stark. I feel healthy and strong. Ich fühl sich müde. I feel tired. Ich fühl sich ausgemutscht. I feel exhausted. Oi. Ich fühl sich krank. I feel sick. Let's try it out. Wie fühlst du, Wayne?
Ich fühl sich fein.
Wie fühlst du, Murray?
Ich fühl sich ausgemutscht.
Wie fühlt ihr, Professor?
Ich fühl sich gut.
Wie fühlst du, Sophia?
Ich fühl sich gesund. Wie fühlst du, Scott? Ich fühl sich müde. Wie fühlst du, Hinde?
Oi, frag nicht. Wie fühlst du, Orin?
Ich fühl sich gesund und stark.
Ausgezeichnet. Outstanding. Now, if you remember, I warned you in the last episode that if you were to respond to one of these questions with something negative, you should expect a very deep dive into exactly what it is that's troubling you. So if you answered schlecht, or krank, or even frag nicht, don't ask, you should expect to be asked. At this point, a common response is, Oi, nebbich, how unfortunate.
Ich will etwas fragen.
Ja, Sophia?
When I was growing up in Flatbush, Brooklyn, the boy next door was, oh, how shall I put it, sort of nerdy, and some of the more uncouth neighbors used to refer to him as a nebbish. Are these two words related?
Yes. Nebbich means unfortunate, and nebbish is an unfortunate person.
A duck.
Nicht auf was. Now that we've expressed our sympathy, oi, nebbich, we have to satisfy our inquiring minds by asking, was ist der mehr? What's the matter? Or more simply put, was is? Now, there are way too many responses to this question than we can ever possibly tackle in just one episode. So we will start with the very essence of the Yiddish kvetch, our aches and pains. To do this, we need to learn the names of our body parts. But first, a little bit of grammar. In Yiddish, the definite article, the, is a very complicated subject. The reason for this is that Yiddish nouns have genders, masculine, feminine, and neutral, and each has its own definite article. Don't worry, whenever we learn a new Yiddish noun, I'm going to tell you the gender as well as which article to use with it. Let's take a look. Masculine nouns use the article der. Feminine nouns use the article die. And neutral nouns use the article das. In the plural, all nouns use the article die regardless of gender. There are no hard and fast rules that let you know if a word is masculine, feminine, or neutral. But there are some patterns that you'll pick up on over time that'll give you some clues. For the most part, they just need to be memorized as we learn them. Now in Yiddish, plural endings can get a bit tricky too. In English, most plurals end in s or z, as in books, or s or ez, as in glasses. But in Yiddish, plural endings can include n, s, es, im, or ech. Sometimes there's no ending change at all. It's a vowel shift in the middle of the word. And sometimes the singular and plural are exactly the same, and the only thing that changes is the article from a der or a dos to a d. Geige nicht. Don't worry. Every time we learn a new noun, I will give you both the singular and the plural form.
Gee, thanks.
Now, on to pronouns. We've already learned pronouns in what's called the nominative case. This correlates to the English I, you, he, she, we, you, and they. But to express our aches and pains, we must use what's called the dative case. This correlates to the English me, you, him, her, us, you, and they. The reason for this is that in Yiddish we don't say my head hurts, but rather we say the head does me hurt. So, let's take a look at those dative pronouns. The good news is they sound an awful lot like their counterparts in English. Mir is me, dir is you, im is him, ihr is her, Uns is us, euch is you, and sie is they. It stays the same as in the nominative case.
Wait, I'm confused. Didn't we learn that mir means we?
Yes, we did. And this is the first Yiddish homophone that we will encounter.
What's a homophone? Is that like a hamantash?
Professor, seid es euch gut. Homophones are two words that sound alike but have different meanings, spellings, and origins. For example, in English, red can be a color, but it can also mean the past tense of to read. I read a red book. A Shenam Dank, Professor. Now, I know that this all seems very confusing, but I promise that in time it will become second nature. Now, we've got our definite articles, and we've got our pronouns in the dative case. What else do we need for our Yiddish kvetch? Oh yeah, that's right. This is a double verb episode. In order to describe our aches and pains, we use the Yiddish verb ton, to do. This is a semi-regular verb. It follows the usual pattern of conjugation for the most part, but there is a vowel shift in the middle of the word. The O becomes an U. Ich, tu, drop the N. Du, tust, drop the N, add an ST. Sie, es, tut, drop the N, add a T. Mir, tun. Did you notice that we added the E before the N? Ihr, tut, drop the N, add a T. Sie, tun. Again, we add an E before the N. We'll revisit this verb in future episodes when we talk about activities and occupations. The next part we need in order to complete our Yiddish kvetch is the word weh, as in oy vey. It literally means hurt or pain. Let's put together what we've got so far. Es tut mir weh. Literally, it does me hurt. In order to be more specific about what body part hurts, we simply replace the word es with the name of the body part. If it's one body part like a head, we would say tut mir weh. If it's more than one body part, like ears, we would say tun mir weh. Let's take a look at some body parts that might cause us aches and pains. Eyes. In the singular, dos oig. We know this is a neutral noun because of the definite article dos. In the plural, die oigen. The plural ending is a nun or an n. Ears. In the singular, der euer. We know this is a masculine noun because the definite article is der. In the plural, die euren. Again, the plural ending is an n or a nun. The nose. This is an easy one. Die nose. We know this is a feminine noun because of the article die. And in the plural, die nezer, we get both a vowel shift in the middle of the word and the ending er, or ayin resh. The mouth, dos moil. And in the plural, die meiler. Again, a vowel shift in the middle and an er ending.
Moil? You mean like in, you know.
Ah, yes. It sounds like moil, meaning mouth, but it's actually moel. I'll spare you the illustration.
A Shenam Dank, Boychik.
Head, der Kopf, masculine. Plural, die Kep, vowel change. Shoulders, der Achsel, masculine. Die Achseln, en or ayin nun ending. The back, der Rücken, masculine. Plural, die Rückens. Belly, der Bauch, masculine. Plural, die Beicher, both a vowel shift and an ER or Ein Resh ending. Die Hand. This can mean either hand or arm. Plural, die Hand, vowel shift. Der Fuß. This can mean either foot or leg. Plural, die Fies. Again, there's a vowel shift. Der Knie, masculine. Die Knie, plural. Notice that Knie stays exactly the same. The only thing that changes is the article. Der Ellenbogen, masculine. Plural, die Ellenbogens. If you ever meet someone whose last name is Katzen Ellenbogen, it means cat's elbow. Let's try this out. Scott, wie fühlst du?
Ich fühl sich fein.
Yasher koyach. But for the sake of this exercise, let's pretend that we're not fine and that something hurts us.
Who needs to pretend?
Good. Hinde, wie fühlst du?
Oi, schlecht.
Oi, Nebuch, was ist?
Der Rücken tut mir weh.
Oi. Murray, wie fühlst du?
Frag nicht.
Oi, was ist der mehr?
Die Knie tut mir weh.
Oi, Nebuch. Now, did you mean one knee, der Knie, or both? Die Knie.
Die Knie.
So if it's both knees, that's plural. And we would say, die Knie tun mir weh.
Die Knie tun mir weh, der Kopf tut mir weh, die Achseln tun mir weh, der Bauch tut mir weh, die Ellenbogens tun mir weh. But hey, I bin gesinnt.
Oren, wie fühlst du?
Dir weh mir. This is stupid.
Deige nicht. Don't worry. It's your first day in class. Let's try it again. Pick a body part, make it singular, followed by tut mir weh.
How do you say nothing?
You can say gar nicht or gar nicht. They're completely interchangeable.
Gar nicht tut mir weh, because ich fühl sich gesund und stark.
Sehr, sehr gut. Now let's practice saying the names of the body parts by singing head and shoulders, knees and toes, auf Yiddish. Kopf, Achseln, Knie und Fies, Knie und Fies. Kopf, Achseln, Knie und Fies, Knie und Fies. Augen, Ohren, Nase und Maul. Kopf, Achseln, Knie und Fies, Knie und Fies. Faster! Kopf, Achseln, Knie und Fies, Knie und Fies. Kopf, Achseln, Knie und Fies, Knie und Fies.
Augen, Ohren, Nase und Maul. Kopf, Achseln, Knie und Fies, Knie und Fies.
Sehr gut! Let's try it faster.
Kopf, Achseln, Knie und Fies, Knie und Fies. Kopf, Achseln, Knie und Fies, Knie und Fies. Augen, Ohren, Nase und Maul. Kopf, Achseln, Knie und Fies, Knie und Fies. In your face, Seth Ostrowski.
Yasher koyach alle. Well done, everybody. Be sure to join us for our next episode when we discuss Mishpoche, family. In the meantime, seid gesund und stark.